What's up and welcome back to another YouTube video. We got a little bit nostalgic the other day when we were watching the tour that we made almost 2 years ago from our old location. And if you don't know, we've moved into a brand new location and we figured why not give you a tour of Arboristbutiken. We moved into this location 2 years ago, so it's not new, but we do have some to show to YouTube because if you don't live nearby Stockholm, you obviously haven't seen the store that we're in. So this is what you're greeted by. This is our paradise, our kingdom. And we first of all have a little bit of a display area. We have a tree that right now currently looks like a mess. It looks like a Christmas tree from an arborist's haunted dreams. Here we got some cool stuff. We got a Frankenstein rope runner Vertec, for example. We got a limited edition rope runner Pro, and rumor has it we will be getting some more of these. So if you're feeling nostalgic, then stay tuned. And then this is an area where you can kind of test some stuff. You can hang, you can see what do I like with this harness, do I like this device, etc., etc. But these points in the ceiling are actually rated to 2.2 tons. So 22 kilonewtons these can take. So you can eat however much you want and still come and test hang the harnesses over here. Then we have some just display of random stuff. We have Petzl who have sent us these nice, fantastic display units where we can put up all of the Petzl stuff that we have. Not all of it, but most of it. We have some ropes over there that we'll get to. We've got this trusted, I'm not sure if it's a man or a woman. I guess you can kind of choose yourself. But they're wearing these nice Arbortech pants that really catch your eye as you walk in. These are also available in the ventilated Arbortech versions, which are super nice. And yeah, if you're really nice, maybe in the winter we'll send you another one of these limited edition Arboristbutiken buffs. Then over here we have some Arbortech display. So this is stuff that Arbortech sent us, also very nice, where we can display some jackets, we can display some belts, etc., shoes, whatever we want really. But moving along, we're gonna come along to the end here. This is kind of Misho, who's behind the camera. This is our kryptonite here. We call this Norsken, and it's energy drinks essentially. Free flow of this, which is, if you're addicted to energy drinks, it's not good to have this free flow. But if you're nearby, stop by, we'll give you one of these for free. If you're nice, maybe, kind of. Then moving on, here we have kind of the cashier area. So this is, if you come in here and you need to pay, which obviously you'd need to do, then this is the place to do it. For some reason we are set up for a cinema of some kind here because we got a bunch of chairs behind that desk. No one ever sits there. I guess we've just put them there. Over here we have our lovely, lovely Echo shelf. Here we have all of the Echo saws that we have in stock. Or not all of them, but we have most of them on display. We got the handy 2511, probably the most compact and best saw, top handle saw in the game. We got the new Echo 3006, which is also super nice and compact. Some people call it the one-handed saw. And then some other stuff. We got a silky shelf where we got the whole silky arborist assortment. We're not fully stocked right now. We've had some people buy a lot of the blades, but we have 90% of it. Then we got the Felco, we got the helium. These are super nice. I mean, they're super nice when you stay there. Good boy. They're super nice. They're quite a little bit fragile, but people tend to take, you know, big logs with them that you're not maybe meant to. So if you stick within kind of what they're made for, they're very durable as well, but also incredibly nice. We've recently started with Felco as well, so now we have all the Felco stuff. We got the electric pruners as well, and we got all the Felco hand pruners. We got some gardening stuff too, but no one's bought it yet, so come in and buy some gardening stuff from us, please, we beg you. Then over here we have our DMM shelf, which is all of the carabiners and hardware essentially from DMM. This is super nice. I love the DMM branding. It's always very clear. You can always tell that this is DMM just by the packaging, which is very nice. All the Kinesi parts, for example, all the different carabiners, etc. But we're moving on into, somebody's calling. I'll have to call back. So if you're watching this video and you called us at 4:50 on June 10th, I hung up on you. I'm so sorry. We're moving on to some of the clothes here. So here we have these nice Protos carpets. I think these are super cool. They really make kind of part of the store here. But here we have all of the clothes. So everything that you see on our website, we actually keep in this location, meaning that this is more of a warehouse store than anything. So we have access to all of this in the back here. It's all good. And then here we have all of these new Arbortech vented trousers. So as you can see, we have a lot of Arbortech trousers. It doesn't really look like it from the edge there, but if you take a look in here, we've got, you know, over 100 pairs of just Arbortech trousers in stock, which is pretty cool. We got the fanners, we got the Arbpros, we got more Arbortech that we can't fit on the shelves. So quite full. We've got a don't trip and hurt yourself. We don't have insurance. Can't have any workplace accidents. Maybe we do, but it's bad. It won't cover you. And then we have bags, etc., which is always nice. We have so many bags. Whatever bag you may be looking for, we've got one bag of some kind to fit that need. We got the DMM, the Stein, the nice square palmy bags, the best rope game in best rope bag in the game, if you ask me. We got the Courant, all of that stuff. Then we have we've had to improvise a little bit, so we put this over here. And this is our lanyard shelf. So here we have all of our lanyards. We have the Courant, we have the DMM, we have the Teufelberger, and then we have the Protoss shelf. We're getting a big delivery from Protoss tomorrow, so this looks very empty at the moment. Typically we have over 50 helmets now, but yeah, Protoss helmets are very popular. Got some nice rack of jackets here where you can try out stuff. If you want to come by and give it a spin, we got the Weaver products. This axe holder is probably one of the more popular products that we have. It's super nice. You put it on your belt, you put it on your harness, whatever, and it just holds your axe. Leather. Whew. It'll last forever, pretty much. It's super durable. And then over here, some more clothes, some more pulleys. We have some random stuff, some gloves. Not very fun. This is probably the more boring part of the shelf. This here, though, is pretty fun. Let me show you. I just told Misha before we started this that I'm gonna make this so that we won't have to edit it. But this is a big pulley. All of this is a big pulley. Usually we just joke about that no one will ever buy this in Sweden because our trees aren't this big. But it's you'll get it as a chain, kind of. You put it on and you build it. Be the arborist wrapper, 2 chains, the guy. Then moving on. We have this, I don't know what they say about the robots taking over. This guy hasn't worked a shift in like the last half year. So he's just sitting there parked at the moment. But here we have kind of an ambiguous middle section where it's the middle of the store. We have random stuff here. Stuff that's not really enough to place on just one shelf. We have some Courant Prusiks, we have the camp stuff, the camp hardware, random assortment of gear like the Protoss communication stuff. We have some lanyards from Arbortech, from Recoil, from Tilia. This is super cool. It's unique. Every one of these will look slightly different. And then we have CT, we have Edelrid, we have all of this hardware here. So as you can see, we have a lot of hardware going on. But we'll move on around here. We have, as Misho has very nicely displayed it, all the throwing cubes, where a couple of different ones. I mean, Falltimer is the one that sells 80% of the time. You'll recognize it. It's the white one. It's iconic. It'll last you a very long time as well. Then, these ones, we're actually alone. We're the only ones that have these in the world. And shout out to Mikael Baxell at Teufelberger Sweden who sorted these out for us. They usually only have these at the exhibitions, but we managed to get on the list to buy one. So we didn't get it, we had to buy it from them. That's how much they wanted to hold on to this. But they're nice, nice displays. They usually have it in the exhibitions. But we managed to get it where we can display some of our Teufelberger stuff. So we have all of that Teufelberger on this side and on the other side. So now we'll take a spin to the other side. And we got some more nice Teufelberger. These are super nice. I think this is one of the better products that's underrated from Teufelberger at the moment. It's half the price of DMM, kind of the same quality aluminum, lighter and smarter because you can take off the gate, you can have it open or you can have it closed with a wire gate, which is a super nice product. Then we have the ISC stuff. So again, ISC has been super popular lately, not only the Reflex. If you know, the Reflex, I think we've got one laying here. This bad boy. It's been incredible. Like, people have been wanting this like they want water in a desert. It's been like the lifeline of the arborist world. Everyone's asking about the Reflex. But that is also included that people have bought more ISC stuff in general. So the ISC shelf is quite empty. But we'll sneak through here. So we've got these kind of little hidden pathways and stuff everywhere. And we've got a little bit of a sale shelf. Check out the sale on the website. You can find some great prices on some good products that kind of are either they're going out of our inventory or our stock, or the manufacturers discontinue them. For example, we got some sizes left of the old Petzl harnesses, also still super nice harnesses at a very good price now. This is what we call the dark crevice of the store. This is because here you probably need some type of whistle to alert you if you're ever robbed. If you're gonna get robbed in this store, it's gonna be in this dark part of it. But this is where we have all of our crown bracing stuff. It's where we have all of our Gefa, all of our Cobra. If we pan around, we got distal, so a huge shelf of just distal stuff. We've got all of the spikes, again, waiting for a big delivery now from distal. That's one thing. As soon as, you know, there's a war of some kind, they close some straits somewhere, some boats don't go anymore, fuel prices go up, it's difficult for suppliers to get material, and we notice it at the end supplier, and then all the customers think that we're slow, but we've ordered some of this stuff in like 3 months ago and we're still waiting for it. So if you're someone who's waiting, my sincere apologies, and as you saw, that was just my attempt to defer the blame onto someone else, but but there's truth to it. Over here we have our harness wall. Here we have all of our harnesses. We have the Edelrid, the Teufelberger, the DMM, all of those different kinds, the Camp, the Courant, the Tree Austria, the Notch, a bunch of different harnesses all on this wall. Currently right now it's the DMM harnesses that are selling the best, and probably the most underrated one or most value for money one is the Tree-Rex, the Tree-Rex 2, the second iteration of the Edelrid Tree-Rex. Fantastic harness, super light, you get the built-in knee ascender, and also it's very nice fitting on your body. Then we're moving on. Here also, this is a little bit of an ambiguous corner. Not much fun going on here really, but Micho has done a really good job displaying all of our Courant stuff. So this is the most of our Courant ropes. We've got some back there as well. But you can come in here, you can grab yourself a nice Kalimba. And also if you prefer to get it by the meter, we've got Kalimba by the meter, we got Rebel by the meter, Squire, for example, which is all nice. And if you want a good deal on like a short piece of rope, like 20 meters for example, give us a call, we'll give you a good deal, because we always end up with parts of the rope left over. But moving out here, we can take a look down here. We've got a bunch of more ropes. So we've got some of the Tango ropes. This is probably one of the more popular ropes right now. It's super static, 1.5% elongation on a rope that is 11.5 millimeters and spliced. And also, it's as static almost as the X-Static rope, but it's more knottable and spliced, which is very nice. So that's a very good rope. Here we've got a bunch of different ropes. We've got kind of climbing ropes in the middle, and we've got rigging ropes up top and at the bottom over there. So this is where, if you get, for example, a Teufelberger rope, this is where we get that from. And if you spin around now, we've got some more ropes here. So we've got the Petzl ropes. We've got a skateboard that we can ride if we're lazy. And but again, as I said before, we're not insured, and this is a health hazard, so we got to keep it careful with this. Only outside of working hours, and we are insured. That's a joke, by the way. Don't worry, we are insured. Everyone's treated very well here. Don't say nothing else. Yeah, good. And then we got the Corsair ropes over here, which are also some underrated ropes, like the Nigma, for example. It's a super knottable, super nice rope. It's kind of in that middle ground, 12 millimeters, where it works well for both SRT, DRT, and quite static, like semi-static. I think it's 2.1% elongation. But we're moving on over here to kind of our more random area. This is where we eat all of our meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Most of the time it's lunch. That's an exaggeration. We've got this handy dandy device, which is something we can use to measure the length of a rope. And then we spin the rope up here to be able to tell how long it is. And then we use the burner. We use the burner and we burn it under here, so the fumes go up into the ventilation, so that it will poison someone else above us instead of us. Great allocation of resources. Here we have our kind of back storage. This is where we have random stuff. For example, we've got a lot of the recoil lanyards at the moment. We've got a lot of first aid kits. We've got a lot of tourniquets, for example, t-shirts, etc., etc. Just stuff that we can't really fit. And of course, more energy drinks. We store them back here as well. So this is just random back storage. This is like a kilometer of ecstatic at the moment. So if you need ecstatic, we got a bunch. Then coming in over here, we have got our little workshop. So we are an authorized Echo dealer. We got so even though it's a little bit, it's a nice workshop, it's a little bit messy because we do various stuff in here, but we can repair and service all of the Echo machines. We store all of the Echo machines that we have as well here. You can see them. We got some trash laying around, such as this Husqvarna chainsaw. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's not trash. That's a joke because we're an Echo dealer. Relax. Hold it on the comments. And then we have the big shots, the spare parts, for example. The world's best rake, which is the groundskeeper. So if you need to buy a birthday present for someone who's not an arborist, get them a rake. Take it as a business expense. Take it from me. That's a life hack. You spend as a business cost, you write it off, and then you give it away to someone else. Whoops. If the taxation agency asks, I broke my rake, I don't have it anymore. And they're not gonna ask. It costs like 1,000 crowns. Moving over here, we have our packing bench. So this is where the magic happens. This is where we do all of the order packing. So these rakes came in today, so we have some orders going out. We got some of these. We got some orders going out tomorrow, for example. This is also where we do the splicing. So we have all of our splicing stuff in here. We got this that we can use to pull in order to tighten the splices. And we have measurements on the desk here. We only splice rigging stuff, so no PPE, no climbing, but kind of a lot of the rigging stuff we can splice, and we really do enjoy splicing the hollow braid, so making daisy chains, etc., etc. This is some traditional bracelet of some kind, I'm not sure. And yeah, going down here, there's nothing more to it. We try to recycle as much as we can. We do love recycling here at Arboristbutiken, so when we get these boxes in, we often ship out orders in the same boxes that we get them in, just because, yeah, if we can recycle, we will. And here we have some orders that are waiting for pickup, or maybe they're waiting for one final thing, but mostly stuff waiting to be picked up. And this is where we booked orders. Now we're gonna show you a random little room we have where a lot of fun stuff is going on. So this is the 3D print room. This is where we make all of the 3D printed stuff. If you've seen the snooze holder, for example, that was made in here. Matter of fact, someone comments snooze holder on this video and we'll send you two free snooze holders if you comment snooze holder on this video, if you watched it this far. But this is where we make the year markers, for example. This is where we make some whistles, we make some battery holders, and we make splicing fits as well. We just make random stuff in here. It's a pretty fun room, but doesn't get that much use anymore because we printed so damn much that we already have stock. And then going in here, this is where we have the office. We have tried to decorate this in an arborist way, but right now it just looks a little bit like a mental asylum with a rope in the ceiling like this. We tried to get it decorated, but it is what it is. We've got two office spaces that we're not using. So if you're in the market for a shared co-working space, let us know. Or if you're just in the area, come by, work here for a day, no worries at all. Then over here we have where Misho and I sit, so our little office spaces. This is where we try to keep up with all of the emails that we get, etc. If you need a chair, now I don't play computer games, never, but if you need a chair, get a gaming chair. They're so much more comfortable than all the other office chairs that you can get, so I can really recommend a chair like this. Also, in case Misha starts smelling, we got some oud here that we can throw on him. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire store. We've got over 3,000 different articles. We ship all of this out from here. It's just Misha and I. Misha is behind the camera. Say hi to the camera, just so they get a face on you. Oh. And and we do essentially all of the work. So when you call, when you email, it's Misha or I answering, and everything's being shipped out from here. But yeah, if you go back and you watch our previous video about a tour in our old location from 2 years ago, just before we moved out of that location, you'll see the big difference. And we have so much more space here. It's turning into a lovely store, and we would love for you to come by. Like, we've had people visit from Japan just because they're in town, for example. So if you're in town and you're watching this from the US, or you're watching this from Australia, or from Kenya, wherever, and you're in town, come by. We'd love to have you. Take a look, give all the gear a look and feel. But yeah, that was it for this tour. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, if you like the gear, feel free to let us know what type of gear we should review, what kind of content we should make in regards to the gear. Otherwise, we'll just keep on rocking what we're doing now. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Peace.